How can God love me?
What is my purpose?
What happens after death?
Why do bad things keep happening to me?
Who is God?
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to this week's edition of Ask GHCC. This week's question that we're going to be addressing is a controversial one, although I'm not sure that it should be, especially amongst Christians. But the question is simply this: what should be the Christian response to the recent Planned Parenthood videos that have been exposed? First of all, I can't claim today to be speaking for every Christian and their views of the videos themselves and whether or not they should have been recorded, but I can speak, I think, authoritatively to what Christians ought to be thinking about the whole abortion issue, and that's this: God is the author of life. Abortion is murder. It is the killing of a human life at any stage from conception on. And Christians should have a clear view of that and not be confused. I find it very, very telling that there's not a greater outrage across the country about what these videos have exposed, because it is revealing a culture of death that has been claiming the lives of 1.5 million babies every year. It should be alarming to us that a lion named Cecil gets killed in Africa by a dentist from Minnesota, and there's a worldwide outrage across most media outlets. And yet, it's exposed that doctors are killing babies, and that outrage is gone. Christians need to stand up, first of all, I believe, and thank God that these videos have exposed what's been going on far too long. And I think, secondly, we ought to be praying that God will use this to help raise up a culture of life in our country. God is the author of life. He's the one who decides when human being comes into the world and when it should leave. And many of the arguments, like the death of a mom or the life of a mom versus the life of a baby, many of those arguments are not valid. Technology today is allowing both to be saved and kept. Christians should not be taken in from the clear biblical mandate that life is life. And so, in many ways, I guess, as Christians, we should be grateful that a group of people were bold enough and courageous enough to be able to expose what's going on so that people around the world can know of the barbarism that goes on in these clinics as babies are torn apart and their bodies are sold as though they're some type of a used car lot. And so we're praying that God will use this exposure to create a culture of life, because we're reminded that God is the author of life, and every human being has value because they are made in the image of God.
How can God love me?
What is my purpose?
What happens after death?
Why do bad things keep happening to me?
Who is God?